Hello everyone, this is Heroes Trivia. Welcome back to another episode of our Egypt Old Kingdom Let's Play. Last time we got started with settling here in Memphis, and we ended by building our temple, which triggered our quest to create the chiefdom. And we have to unite the land. Now it's registering that we have conquered one. Basically, we took out a tribe. That actually might keep going up as we actually conquered 2 tribes already. But we'll keep attacking, so our method here will be the annex method. And we'll just instantly go to war, actually, to fix this with the Ram people. Neutral event here. Going pretty well. We don't want to lose too many men because we have to keep fighting. And we got +1 tribe. We can keep going this turn. As you can see, most of the enemy will have a lot less men than us. But we can also hold off on that. Now, Baboon people is the one here. I wonder if they're going to show up on the list. We did conquer the group down here. I need to repair the houses. And then, with our extra worker here, I don't think we'll explore anymore. We do need to cut that down because we want to build there eventually. Gonna go with a workshop here. But we don't have enough. We don't have enough to build this. Let's cut both of those down. Food is going to be super surplus right now. Maybe we actually just convert some of that over. Because a lot of this is spoilage at this point. And we can probably get away with building this now. It's perfect for a workshop with the flint. Yeah, we're pretty happy with that. I don't think we're going to increase any more population. Spoilage is 2.6. Event is a problem. We should be okay. In terms of tech, just looking ahead, there is slavery, which will actually be very helpful, but it's very far away, and we would have to get taxes first, and that means we have to get first law. So there's quite a few things we have to get before that, and we might just get Cult of the Dead Ruler before all of that. Alright, so wait on that. We don't have this. We'll worship Seth again. We were saving favors, now we are good, so we'll try to maintain that. Yeah, it's -4 now. It's just going to keep going up. And we're going to need things like cemeteries to fix that. Oh, they built a cemetery here. It just has sand on it. If we can probably get rid of the sand, the production, or the... Yeah, production's not going to be too bad here. We can consider that. The Highland is a great place to build your cemeteries because it's only pastures or cemetery. Most of your other buildings are going to go down here. Anyways, let's continue. Right, we were building the flax field, which is one reason why the production was bad. Just gotta make sure that our population's all working efficient locations. This might be better, even though there's a little bit less food, but a lot more production. .4, 1.7. We can get irrigation, and our fields will be more productive. We don't have any pastures yet, so that's still not that useful. We'll grab that. Our food is a little strained. We could get another population that can help with our food, actually. There's a decent enough place to work here. Let's do another fight. Baboon people are next, so we can get rid of that tribe with this fight here. It's negative, make sure we're defending. And once it turns, we're going to attack back. And we actually conquered them on the map. We gained 3 land. And we didn't... we gained 3 population as well. All 3 of them. Wow. More than we expected, actually. I want a barrack, but we don't have enough production to do that. I think we gained 2 of their population. I mean, we obviously would eventually need that land. The hyena. 55%. That's gonna be... Oh, that's a lot of turns. That's 19 turns. That might be too long. But 0.8 favor. I think ultimately that's going to be worth it. But maybe just not now, because we just need production. I don't see how we're going to get more production, though. 0.3, but the food is so subpar. We're going to cut that first. It's going to have to happen anyways. Yeah, our food is really bad. Irrigation. The creation of a unified irrigation system in Egypt requiring organized labor of thousands of people only became possible under the rule of a powerful leader. At the start of inundation, floodgates were opened, and through the system of channel, water flowed onto the fields bound by dams. After a few months, excess water was drained. In this way, crop yield could be multiplied. It's better to keep that for now, actually. Alright, that at least help with production. And the house repair is done. Now we gotta figure out the food situation. We have 3 flint and thus 3 workshops. Typically more than what I would like. I want a barrack here. Wrong. Which we can afford. We might need more actual farms. Our food is definitely a small problem. Creation of the cuneiform writing. In the Middle East, the first writing system. Cuneiform was invented in Mesopotamia. Cuneiform appeared as a system of counting, but later people learned to express their thoughts and feelings using it. Cuneiform was used to keep temple archives, write religious hymns, and prayers. It's cut, but we don't really want to deal with that right now. Let's do that. A little bit more food. I'm going to pick up pig breeding just for the passive 0.5. People of the Nile Delta learned how to breed pigs in pre-dynastic time and later passed the skill on to the settlers from Upper Egypt. While pork was consumed by the common folk, it was considered impure in cult practice and not used for sacrifice. Very similar, in China. Eventually pig became known as, the dirty animal. Block the negative event. Our food is still a big drain. We're in the arid period, which is the big problem. I don't know how to solve it. Guess more farms straight up. We need more fertile land, that's what we need. Don't have it though. This isn't terrible. 1.1, 0.5. I know we're making the food situation worse, but there we go. Got out of the dry period. The climate's becoming wetter. The great desert recede, and it is divine Horus who retake his land from Seth. The world's ocean level are rising. Some animals are coming back. Alright, so we should be able to speed up our food production now and get away with certain builds. Maybe another barrack here. Oh. I've been taking it easy for the conquest. We can actually get all these done real quick. Two more of these. Haven't seen... Oh, negative events. And the last tribe. This is actually going to have a major impact on gameplay once we do take them. So we might want to take stock of our situation before we do that. We can go a few more turns setting up before we trigger that last fight. We're not graded on it, so... Another barrack. We do need food, don't we? I can pull one of these housing. Make some fields. Actually, let's get full vision. It's going to be kind of crazy after this. Alright, we have successfully united all the neighboring tribes and have created a new chiefdom. Everything has happened just as our great Horus predicted. Now we have authority in Lower Egypt. We united all the tribes, and Memphis region is now a united kingdom. We get +3 food, +1 production, +0.5 favor every turn, and a 60 luxury boost. And we have the entire map explored and access to the world map as well. So, don't need these. We take a look here. Oh, there's inefficiency. As the size of your land increases, so too would administrative failures. The creation of a new capital with appropriate administrative facilities may change the situation. We can only wait for a wise Horus to undertake such projects. So from other regions near us, we get less revenue. And by region, they mean this map. This is Memphis. We're at the center of Lower Egypt, now Delta. And we have neighboring land with neighboring tribes. The Bunto people, the Bubastic, and we can take actions. We can send workers there. We can even send workers to Memphis. We can get quality limestone shipped to us, and actually they will work these land and give us these returns, which is not terrible. Food is not very high, and eventually we can explore out into the Sinai Desert, Kenai lands. We can even go into the ocean to reach faraway lands. We can go down the Nile River and go to Upper Egypt and also go into the desert as well. So there's actually quite a few options. Yeah, I'm going to pick this up. Now, the yield on these are kind of low. So we'll focus on the city map first. There's going to be opportunities and issues on the map. Cursed land, we have to fix those. There's aggressive animals that we have to take care of or else they'll start killing us. Let's see if there's any lions on the map. That's a good place to farm, actually. So is that. Okay, so we're gonna have to set up people to go to places to help us out. And also get rid of all these accursed places. I don't see any other aggressive lion, which is a good sign. Going to get rid of that. Not going to be producing for a few turns there. That's going to be okay. I want this to be made into a farm. That's going to be 2.7 instead of the 1.8. That's going to be a great farm if we can get the animal to stay as well. Alright, we have aggressive lion here, but it's 51%, so we can probably tame it. Might be a little ambitious. As you can see, our food is now tanking to negative. Not going to work here anymore. And also pull him here to fix this first. Who else can we pull? That might be all that's super important right away. Oh, crocodile needs to be tamed. Or we can just kill him. The only thing we can consider here, if we somehow tame all three here, this tile becomes quite good. But we have to get the crocodile to 68% so that he doesn't destroy anything nearby. That's the only thing. The cult of the dead rulers, deep respect for rulers of the chiefdom led them being posthumously venerated as ancestors. Powerful ancestors were deemed to be able to define the existence of their tribe as they did in life. They were guardians of stability for society, and their power came close to that of the forefather gods. They're being worshipped, simple as that. I'm gonna help out with food and actually worship Happy here. Just to slow that down a little bit. The duties are going up again. This is not a great piece of land. I'm going to take the 2.1 food for now. Alright. Both of the cursed land are done. That's a big change for us. We can just get 1.7 food. Get some nice food boost here as well. Build out the grain field. Alright, that's going to be nice for us. Crocodile's less dangerous, but still dangerous. 4% death. And we're at the peak of Lower Nubia. The land of Nubia to the south of Egypt is filled with small settlements. Rocky savannas there limit active development of agriculture, so hunting and animal husbandry play a significant role in the local economy. Nubians are ever famous for their archery and a welcome addition to the Egyptian army. The Sarah development region, land of Wawet and land of Itzjet. So if we are interacting on this map, which we are not right now. I mean, the yield is not that attractive for us to send someone here. But we definitely could start things. So we get a decent production. And what we can do is actually send an expedition. And it costs 2 food every turn, and after 10 turns, so 20 food for 45 production. Over here, we can do similar 20 food for 15 luxury. And you can also interact with the local tribes. Then we can also help them drain marshes. Now, we wouldn't do this now, but eventually we'll vassalize over vast areas of Lower Egypt, and they will start paying tribute, and we might want to help them at that point. At this point, I feel like this is the only place where we might consider sending someone. 1.7. The luxury is good. Maybe, yeah, maybe we go here. We have enough men back here. I do really want to get this done, but the food production... It's hard to replace 2.1 food. So I need to take care of this. Oh, is the lion done? Yes, okay. Plow for more food and production and food on pastures. Growth. We want first law. Yeah. A large society calls for creation of a codex of rules capable of regulating its daily life. Thus, the first law were created and issued as the will of the forefather gods. They were mostly aimed at resolving civil conflicts, extending a ruler's power, and supporting the helpless. Alright, this is sort of our down period where we just get to process the land that we taken ownership of. And that's exactly what we're doing. Any other problematic locations that we did take care of? I mean, I don't like this sand. They build a cemetery for us. It's a decent favor booster, culture booster. We'll clean that up. Extra population for 19.5. Bit pricey. So we can have them work on things like this. %. Yep. It keeps on going. We could get the palace, which fixes the inefficiency of the administration. 170. So next turn we can do that. And we're probably going to build the palace here. That's our last spot, I think. Yeah, we'll save this. Any other mess for us to deal with? Could do the hippo here. Let's cut the food down first. Administration. He needs to finish this before we build this here. So that way we can keep... Actually, I think we do keep it right now. It's already good relations. Why are we still getting punished for good relations at -25? That should have gone away. Oh, it has gone away. Good. Okay, so it doesn't take out the hyenas, which I guess we can start building this now, getting rid of the inefficiency. It is very pricey. Even after we built this, the upkeep cost is insane. Let's get this done first. I believe we also need to fix this. we'll take -5 food for now. Waiting for them to finish cutting those. Okay, they're no longer aggressive. Switch over to the hippo. And they're less dangerous as well. The papyrus also needs to be cut. They can't be kept. We're going to work on that as well. We'll take the favor first. Extra population. Yeah, we can work. This is not too bad. They cleaned it up, and it's also not too bad now. There's also a problematic hippo here. That's not urgent. Maybe we just want more food. Two more turns, we domesticate this, and then we build the temple here. There we go. First we remove him. Now we can remove the swamp, but we don't need this piece of land here. Tempted to throw him back here. Yeah, I think that's the right play. We pay 10, domesticate, start building our palace. Alright, that should be cut. We have a new trial in 5 turns, requiring production, luxury, and what we have plenty of, army. We are friendly with our neighbors. I haven't explored out. Yeah, we're okay with this. We don't have to mess with that much. Let's just finish our palace first. Abundant rain. There we go. We have our palace. And we actually have enough to create another worker. I don't have a great place for this worker. I feel like we might as well tame this last hippo. Or straight up kill it. Because it's unlikely we work this tile, even with the hippo tamed. Let's kill it. Alright, Narmer comes to power. An energetic king named Narmer has assumed power over Upper Egypt. He was chosen by the gods to restore order and become a power that will unite Egypt. King Narmer is initiating military preparation to fulfill his destiny. Heracropolis and Abydos region, 1 time plus 200 army. So this is going to be our main enemy. Instead of working with us like Scorpion, you can see his hieroglyph symbol. Narmer here is going to come attack us. And we're going to have to deal with him with our army. This we want to tame and then build a field, much like over here. Yeah, I think our situation overall is not that bad. We might start pumping out extra men. We can speed up our army gain and our culture gain here with a Horus worship. Ultimatum. Narmer has sent a message to every ruler of Lower Egypt demanding submission. And we can start the third trial by rejecting it and we'll be ready for a war. Or we can submit and just fail the trial. We lose production, food, and luxury for 16 turns. Of course, we'll take him head on since we've been preparing for war. And we'll be triggering that war very, very soon. We have how many barracks? 1, 2, 3, 4. Only 4. We might go for one more later. Duration of blessing, tax revenue plus 1 luxury. Our luxury is actually bleeding a little. Writing, slavery. I want to get slavery. So we can build our population without spending anything by capturing them after battles. But this is 170, this is 310. So many more turns. Let's get this first. Alright, Hippo's no longer aggressive either. King Narmer has declared war on us and every other tribe rejecting his demands. Like a divine bull, mighty and unstoppable, he charges towards to destroy the enemies of united Egypt. So relations with them drops. A new trial, the unification of Egypt, has started. So how this works is, he has troop count of 2.6k, I have 1.2k, 10 turns till battle, and we can pay production to increase our troop count percentage, we can bribe them to lower their troop count percentage, or we can fight. You can see that we can bring all our men, and he can only bring a percentage of this figure. So we're actually way ahead, and we can actually beat him up right now. And we'll do just that. Due to the strengthening of Lower Egypt, the rulers of Upper Egypt begin to lose control over trade with Canaanite and Nubia. The absence of ruling power did little to increase the stability in the region. Common people see it all as a reason for the wrath of the gods and ask the king to restore order. So let's just beat him up right away. We've been preparing for this day. And we actually have Honor of Horus helping us out. We can still gamble for an increased positive chance. And we can start by attacking, hoping for good events. Oh, there we go. And he's gonna get creamed. Easy. Let's, eventually we'll rule over them, so let's just do that. Narmer paid for his demands. Now Lower Egypt, not Upper Egypt, is the principal power in this entire region. So Narmer himself will instead pay us tribute. So we succeeded so fast. Gold victory, 240 bonus culture, and improve that relation we lost. Well, Narmer did in fact win, historically. Relations between Upper and Lower Egypt were quite complicated at the time. Both sides came to an understanding of their being equal in power and importance. A dualistic view of the world's order soon emerged. So let's take a look. We actually don't have vision down there, so we don't know exactly what's going on yet, but that's fine. We'll use the new culture we picked up for new tech. Yeah, I think we want slavery. Or archaic writing first. Yeah, let's do the writing first. We can get slavery back a little bit faster that way. Development of the writing system allowed for the creation of sentences composing judicial, administrative, and religious documents. The shape of the hieroglyphs were standardized, but they were still considered to be image and symbols. Hieroglyphic text mostly explained and complemented images. The aggressive fish is not going to do anything. Is he going to just be working on animals this whole time? I guess he can. We can afford that. These two will become farms eventually. He's trying to keep the food afloat, which is doing fine. We still haven't killed him. Percentage goes up. I don't want to spend on this, though. There's also a lot of resource we can cut down over here. We have the extra food now. I'm wondering if we should start stacking these bonuses. Yeah, I think it's actually worthwhile. There's nothing here. Still didn't hunt this. Ooh, the blooming end is a problem, which means we no longer can do things like this, or else we're gonna starve to death. Kill this quickly. There we go. Ooh, nice. We got a bonus. A new cereal crop. One-time bonus is no good. Reduce the creation cost or just extra food. We want just extra food. I think we're going to use capture for most of our new population. This is ever going up. What do we do here? Ideally, we find a place with good amount of food so that we can sustain one of them to pursue the animal route. Something like this. Corptos Colossi. Egyptians began working with hard stone very early in their history. They made it into ceremonial utensils, steels, and statues. The earliest major examples of Egyptian stoneware includes 3 magnificent 4-meter high statues of god Min from the town of Corptos. Min was worshipped as the creator god and lord of the eastern desert. Awesome. Alright, we had enough of military buildup. Now we could use our military to conquer some nearby regions. Duration of blessing. Not really useful. We're not doing that many blessings. Yeah, we finished our 3rd trial quite smoothly. Alright, now we can start thinking about conquest. I'm gonna pull him. So, there's no conquests for these, they're friendly. But if we travel down... we didn't read the slavery, but yes, Egyptians use slaves. Outstanding person. A blessed man gains fame in Egypt. His name is Kakanhint, and everything he attempts comes out perfect. Would we like to summon him to our palace or leave him be, giving him a chance to do whatever he wants? So we can gain 2 cultures per turn if he works in the palace as official. He stays in the area, plus 50% to all resources in the area. He's here. This is an outstanding person. 2 culture or basically 50% food. I'm actually tempted to do 50% food. 2 culture, I don't think it's going to mean that much. Leave him be. So now we want this, but we can't do it at the same time. We'll have to wait till this finishes first. Now, the palace didn't fix this. It's the next building trial, actually. It's just not triggering it. Alright, we have discovered a new piece of land. Oh, the food production on this is really good. And also... it's being collected by Upper Egypt. We can conquer it. We can raid it. Look at the food we get here. Now, they have 2,000 troops. Because we can't send our entire troop over here. That is the problem. Let's first explore. Get whatever surprise we have here. we're not praying. 390. Might go for this. We're getting more stone here for the production. We had one trip completed. Mainly waiting on that. Creation of the Egyptian state. Our ruler Memes, which Memphis is going to be named after, Minifer, other name of Memphis, is proclaiming the restoration of the rule of a single horse over the entire Egypt. He is pacifying Upper and Lower Egypt and is creating a dynasty that will internally protect Egypt from the powers of chaos. All regions of the Nile Delta and Nile Delta north of the First Cataract are becoming parts of the United States. So we're going to gain a huge bonus of a lot of things. And essentially, according to late Egyptian other ancient sources, Memes, a king of Upper Egypt, comes from Thinis, unites both land of Egypt into a single state. Modern Egyptologists consider him to be Horus Namar or Horus Aha. That event became the starting point for the entire history of ancient Egypt. So this is going to be huge because we suddenly have control over this entire region. And the first dynasty comes to power. This dynasty will become famous for the numerous innovations its king will introduce, as well as for creating the first true state in history. And basically we can start using all these land. There's a lot of things here. Alright, we have suddenly access to all these famous parts of Upper Egypt. And the proto-dynasty is over. We're now in the ruling dynasty for 50 turns, where we get 20% favor every turn. And also, the kings of this dynasty, Namar, Memes, Aha, Djur, Djet, Abjet, Semerkut, and Kwa. Regardless, we're going to finish that up, and if we have more population, we can go here and pick up more things. Now, some of these locations are going to contain some interesting interactions. Let's pop a population here. We can help them and build infrastructure and thus gain things on the map here. We can get olive oil. Not as good as our limestone. We can get a temporary boost or one-time boost of either favor or culture. I'm going to save these for later. Oh, luxury. Now the resource production here is not that great. This is a good trade for 2 food, but we don't have a lot of food right now, so that's a problem. Perhaps we can build this out and get some food. Oh, it is called Nom. It's not home, it's just Nom. Coptos, okay. That is a symbol that we don't have so far. I believe it's authority, or... I'm not going to have them work the land. The resource is just so low. It's better if we work something back at home. We did gain a lot of culture. We have very few workshops, so I don't know if that's worth it. Maybe we just speed up our culture gain. And then we go back and grab those quicker. We got army out of the abandoned settlements. The new capital, King Memes, decided to control the country from the new capital, Memphis, a city between Upper and Lower Egypt. The king ordered the construction of the royal residence, the main temple, and a dam to hold off destructive water of the Nile. Flood chance is decreased, and we get +1 food every turn. And we have 2 building missions here. It doesn't matter what we have there, it's just additional building we have to add on. And we have to build the White Wall Palace and the Temple of Ptah, and we get the advantage reward of a United States. The meaning here, relocation of the capital to Memphis was part of the sacred process of unifying Upper and Lower Egypt. It is from there that the kings could better control the vast territory. Some key buildings had to be constructed to complete the process. So you can see, to build the temple, we have to spend 25 hammer, 5 luxury for 3 turns. We definitely could afford this. And the upkeep is also very high. We gain a bit more favor per turn, which is adding up. They don't need to be here anymore, actually. Come back. The reward is so little that I need you back at home. I don't know why I keep on zooming over here. Very close to finishing there. Now, this is going to be the White Wall Palace. Even more expensive. I think this is 3 turns. This is 4 turns. We get 15 culture. Now we can reduce the time in half at increased cost and negative event chance. I think it's actually worth it. Even though we increase the costs, the total cost actually goes down, I believe. Oh, it goes up a little. 20% extra, right? $55 and $11 for 2 turns. Or 25 and -5 for 4 turns. I guess with no negative event, this is cheaper. We're in no rush. So let's tackle that project first. Human sacrifices. In ancient time, Egyptians sacrificed servants of rulers who were strangled after a ruler's death. Servants who were sacrificed were expected to keep working for their lord in the other world. The sacrificing of prisoners of war continued until the late periods. Foreign rulers were a preferred sacrifice for the gods. Alright, let's see. We're just gonna build these temples. I'm gonna wait, I don't need that one for the extra turn. Our antelope here finally is ready to go. And we've got to build a field, and we'll have a decent return here. Which means you guys can go back to doing it too. We can get all the cults. Kind of want to wait. The Nile meter. In the upper reaches of Nile, set of stone steps in scale known as the Nile meter were built. Flood level data will quickly transfer downstream, and priests using the knowledge of many years made the inundation forecast to plan for irrigation works. The palace is complete. Divine retribution. The god resents the king for his misdeed. Unfortunate event. It's a major negative. We can't block it with Seth. The White Walls of Memphis is built. The Imbu Hajjad, which we saw was the name. And why is this name our name? We can kind of pick. Now, I actually think we do need a little bit of favor here. It's because of the royal necropolis, not the fortress. The tombs were whitewashed, thick layer of whitewash, and replaced with white limestone later on. So this is done. We probably need a couple turn rest for production here before we can build this, because we need 75, and we just don't have that right now. We do have a decent amount of food. 3.2. I mean, some of these that work in houses, like this one for 1.5, maybe it's better served to get us more limestone. I think we just got a delivery. Ah, we got some resources from that. I think that's enough to get this going, though. Yeah, we'll have enough. Yeah, we're still gonna pass on those. Probably pick up this first, medicine. We can keep the army retirement down. We basically reached our peak. That's the problem. The spoilage is carrying over enough. I'm gonna hold off on the worker. This way we can grow it up a little bit more. Medicine was born through development of mummification, which allowed Egyptians to study the inner structure of the human body. Various rank of royal doctor existed, different specialization were practiced, surgeons, ophthalmologists, etc. The complex medicine texts were composed. Egyptian medicine would earn great fame across all of the ancient world. This is close to being done. This would be a nice spot eventually. Where else would be a nice spot? This would be okay. Ah, limestone. I think it's because of inefficiencies. We're not getting much from our taxes. One more turn until we finish the quest. And this has finished as well. The temple is the largest one in the area, is dedicated to the patron god of these land. Now that the god has his own temple worthy of his sacred statue, the settlement can grow farther and function more successfully. One favor. The quest is completed. The process of relocating the capital has finished. Our gods were properly honored. Now we can enact further reforms, reward advantage of the United State, which we don't have the inefficiency anymore. After becoming the capital, Memphis acquires special significance. Every Egyptian want to live and die there. Living in Memphis gave special opportunities, and dying there gave a chance for eternal life under the patronage of the ancestor kings. Ooh, new tomb building. Right. This is our next trial. We have to build 8 tombs. And it's a big project to finish in 40 turns. This is going to be difficult. And we have a quest completed. Now this just popped and we did it already because we've been collecting limestone from Memphis and we get a one-time reward. We have to build the tombs here. Take control of the Sinai Mountains and mines using expeditions. One-time reward of 50. This is going to be difficult. The Sinai copper deposit were the most accessible source of copper for Egyptians. The oldest malachite and turquoise mine were found there. Copper was refined by heating crushed malachite. Active usage of copper helped Egyptian civilization to aspire to greatness and start pyramid building. They're on the main map here. And it's going to be tricky for us to get those, actually. So if we take a look, we can't send that many men, only 20%. And what they want us to do is get copper. But for us to do this, we either have to befriend them or subjugate them. So we have to do it through war or trade. Right now the percentage is 36, very low. And trade is only 2% per turn, so raiding and subjugating might be our only path. Are they weaker by any chance? Yes, so we can do this. This is a war we can win against the donkey people, the land of the mistress, and then we can then send expedition to get copper and finish that mission. In the meantime, we're going to have to come back and set up our construction project here, which is going to be kind of wild. It's going to be rather difficult because we don't have much production and luxury, which will be the main cost. We can pull someone over to showcase that. So if we pull him over and design our first tomb for Aha, which is one of the first dynasty Horus or leaders. You can actually design this too. You can customize it for different bonuses, and it will cost different amounts. And we might actually just build the lowest tier possible. There's a default one, but we don't have that much luxury, nor do we want to pay that much upkeep after building each one. We're going to build 8 of these in 40 turns. So we got to save money where we can. 3 turns as well. And you can see that's going to strain our luxuries for sure. That's going to be the biggest problem. And we'll come back and tackle this next time. So we'll end things here. And we'll return to build our 8 tombs. Until then, bye.